What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. If you didn't see last week's video, we are at a 1740s house, and not only are we detecting this whole beautiful property, but the homeowner is an antiques collector and has been her whole life. The entire inside is riddled with 16 and 1700s antiques. I got a huge tour of it. I started it last week, so this week I'm going to continue. More finds from the yard, more things from inside the house. What an incredible day. Me, Dog Tag Doug, the homeowner Lynn, and her son Rich join us all day long on an incredible place. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, part 2, 1743 house, and I will see you at the end. Later. Way in the back of the house, we're all back here. Doug just called and said he's got something, so I'm going to walk over in a second. About 3-4 inches down, I pulled this out. Now, I found some of these before. Gonna see if Rich knows what it is. If you don't, there's no shame in it. But go ahead and give it a rub because there's writing all over it.
It's either a makeup thing or a reloadable cartridge.
No. There'll be patent dates on it too. Probably patent dates like maybe late 18,
oh, it says
early
tire
19.
pressure.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, New York.
Probably 1920s or so. And a lot of them will say Goodyear. Now, Goodyear ordered them from, I forget the name of the place, but they're in New York. Let me see.
Cool.
Now, an interesting find. We found several of them before. You can kind of see the writing on it. Early automotive find, and pretty cool piece. But Doug said he got something good. You want to go up and take a look and see what he got?
Let's go.
All right, let's go see.
On the crab scale or the regular scale?
Doug's got something.
On a cool scale.
We asked Doug on a scale of 1 to 10 how cool it is, and he said an 8. Now I'm optimistic.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I'm feeling rather Bat Masterson-ish.
Is it a badge?
No. Come closer.
That's the clue?
Come closer.
I don't get the clue.
Fits in my hand. It's a secret
Horsey?
weapon.
Is it a knife?
No. See,
A gun? A gun?
It's a gun.
A gun?
But it is a Derringer.
Oh, look at that.
It's a toy, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if that's an 8 on a scale.
All right, well, what did
It's
you
an
come up
8
with
on
lately?
the crab scale.
But that's cool, though, Doug.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what's on the
With
handle
a
there.
pearl handle and
Yeah,
everything.
you think it's pearl?
I think it's...
No.
It
not
would
real.
have been
Pearl.
ivory back then, but
You
it's
think
probably
so?
it's probably kind of a Bakelite or a plasticky.
Yeah.
Could be.
stuff.
Still cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's probably
It's to replicate mother of pearl.
40s,
but it's
50s,
not.
you think, Doug?
I would say 50s.
Yeah, look at the interesting scroll on the side of the gun.
You
You
want
see
to
it?
give it a little...
I see screws holding it together too, which is interesting. So let's give it a, whoa, it's falling apart a little bit. Let's give it a little bit of a cleanup and I'll come back and see if it does reach that 8 threshold that you claimed it did.
Okay.
All right, there's Doug's gun. We cleaned it up as best we could. This side is just falling apart terrible.
Yep.
But this, Doug, is the money side right there.
That's the 8 side.
We looked it up. It's an old 1950s cap gun. Probably like that one cap at a time, those you know,
Yeah.
little round
Yeah.
ones. It's held together with a screw, which is really strange. Usually you don't see the screws on the outsides of things. And there's writing up there, Jackson, Nichols Jacksonville, we think it says, and there's writing there. But we Googled it, came up right away, and this could be Bakelite, like you said, right?
Disguise it.
So
That's what I'm guessing.
nice find, Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Doug claimed an 8, and we're going with 2.8. 2.8. So,
You'll get the 8 in there.
Giving him the benefit of the doubt with the 2.8.
but a good, interesting find, Doug.
Yes.
Well done, sir.
Yes.
All right, room number, is it number 4? I lost track. Look at this one. Look, I'm just going to kind of, oh my goodness. It's amazing. And it smells so good. Is it like incense it's burning or something? It smells, it smells antique-y, but not musty antique-y, like you're burning incense or something. I can't even explain it. It smells really good. There's more, there's a quill pen there. Some old bifocals. I'm just kind of pointing out things that I know what they are.
Glass is this type of glass is from the 1700s. See, these were fastened with a ribbon in the back, and they folded up like this. These are from the 1700s.
If I told you that last week, my one friend Charlie that goes hunting with us all the time found a pair of those spectacles, not the whole thing, it was broken in half in the middle, and this arm was broken off near the edge. So he's got one whole eye, half the nose piece, and 3/4 of the arm. But very cool. They're actually like coming back now. They call it like, what's that look that people do?
Ben Franklin or something. This is all the redware. That's whole pieces of redware of all the broken pieces.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is what it would look like.
Yes.
That you have some smashed up, you know.
Yes.
Well, you didn't smash it up. You know what I mean.
Right.
This is what the end result would look like. Are those? That's not an inkwell, is it? That
Yeah.
small? Is it really?
This one
okay.
is?
Yep.
Yeah, my favorite inkwells are these, which are soapstone. These are from the 1700s, the soapstone inkwells. I have several of those. This is from the early 1800s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is called Coventry. This would have been made in Coventry, Connecticut. Blown, hand blown.
Now, is that called hobnail or something? That pattern, that
Well,
bumpy pattern?
it actually is a hobnail, but
Look at that. Who knows stuff?
this
Lynn?
is early. There you go. You got it. There's early hobnail, and then there's later hobnail that was like from the 1940s or late 1800s. This is 1820.
Really that old?
Yeah.
I only knew the hobnail pattern. I actually have a few pieces because I just thought it was beautiful, that bumpiness. So one of the few glass terms I know. What is that thing? An anteater? An aardvark?
That's an interesting thing. This is called a spirit animal.
Native American spirit animal?
No, they were
No?
made by colonial blacksmiths, and they were put in the barns. They believed that they warded off evil spirits. They put this in the barn, and the spirit, like an illness that was going to come to their animals, would go into this animal instead of their real animals. So that's.
So what do you think the animal is? A cow?
It might be a cow.
And and that's period too?
That's real, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I have reproduction ones that my son-in-law made,
Oh, really?
but they're out in the shop.
I heard of only the Native American spirit animals, but I didn't know the Colonials did it too. I wonder if they got it from the Native Americans.
It's hard to say. It's possible.
But beautiful stuff. And I'm going to keep kind of spinning here. Oh, look at that giant jug. That's a blob top?
That is a bottle. That's called a demijohn. It would have been a big blown.
That was all blown?
Yeah, hand blown.
What age is something like that?
That is 1700s.
Really? It is massive. It's like the size of a big pumpkin.
That
I don't
is
even know.
actually a small demijohn.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of times they're really big.
Well, that is. And what color is that?
It's an olive green.
An olive green?
The olive green glass, the early, yeah.
That's
I
beautiful.
know you can't see.
I can't, but that's okay. I trust you. And over here are some. These are like old horns.
The early stagecoach, riverboat.
And these are all tin.
They're all blacksmith.
Oh my goodness.
Tin.
Well, is it a blacksmith or a tinsmith?
I mean a tinsmith.
Okay.
Tinsmith.
I'm trying to keep some of the light on because it's crazy. It's everywhere. More tin lighting. More really cool baskets. I can tell you must really love the baskets too.
Unusual ones, I really do.
And let's keep going. What's
There's
over
more-
here behind us?
There's more horns over here.
Oh yeah. Oh, more horns.
Yeah.
That's a big one there. That's got to be almost 5 feet tall. That
Yeah.
one. I'm trying to capture some of it. More of the beautiful lighting, and some of them have writing on them, and these are all punched like a little bit at a time, right?
Yep, pierced tin. And they didn't give off a very good light. I mean, they're fictitiously known as Paul Revere lanterns, you know, from his famous ride.
Yep.
He
The
carried
British are
away.
coming.
Yep.
Nuts.
But they really gave off very little light, so we probably couldn't have been actually using one like those. But
All right, Rich says the first spill of the day. I was looking at one, which was a wheat penny, and he was digging a hole and got a second one. So a nice little wheat spill. Doug, if he's the weedy champion of the day, do you remember his nickname?
How many?
Well, he's got two.
It'd be the Oklahoma Weedy Whipper
The,
of Pennsylvania.
the Pennsylvania Weedy Whipper. Yeah, it looks like they are both in the teens. This one looks like 1919. And the other one is the one I was looking at first. I can barely see 191. I can't make out the last digit, so you'll have to give that a better cleaning at home. But well done. Two nice old wheat pennies. Might get yourself some Mercuries and Barbers and all sorts of cool things. Well done. Nice find.
Thank you.
Signals right here. 57.
Doug's got something.
This is where you start to get into the aluminum tubes.
Wait, did you say a 57,
They're
Rosie?
obviously not all
Should've 57 Rosie dime. It looked seated.
A 57 Rosie?
Yeah, 57.
Let me see, Doug.
I think 57.
Right there. Oh,
I have my glasses on. When my glasses are on, I can only see 8 inches from my face,
okay.
and then I'm blind. Yeah, it's actually 53.
Oh,
and I think it might be a spill. There's a bunch of signals in here.
I'm trying to see there's a mint mark on it too. Not that the 50 Rosies are rare by any means.
My
Still
silver
cool that it's
streak
silver.
continues.
There is a mint mark too, Doug. I think it's a
Really?
D, yeah.
D.
I think it's a D. So now instead of being 53 million made, there was probably only a 49.5 million. Yeah.
Very rare.
But,
Yeah.
hey, a silver dime. Way to go, Dougie.
All right.
Let me see.
Oh, a
Hold that, Doug.
tube of something.
That might be like that might be
Here's
crest.
another stash of
It's
crap.
Well, Rich said that
Where
when he
my
finds stuff, he puts it by the base of the tree too. Wow, I do like that though.
Well, this stuff I found years ago back in the field. It's some kind of slag glass.
Yeah.
Why would this be in the middle of our field back there?
Did they make glass back there, you
I have
think?
no idea. They must have, because why else would this be there?
Yeah, just big giant chunks
Yeah.
of glass.
So
Well.
they've been laying here ever since.
She's going to turn the light on. I'll look down at the floor and go into this great room in the back. And this room's got some really cool stuff in it. Oh, look! I didn't even notice that the first time I came through here. What year is that from?
That is actually not all that exciting. It has a good look. Somebody made the stand out of old wood. The stand.
Uh-huh.
And the coat is old, but it's probably old Amish.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I made the bag by hand.
Well, I still like it. A little piece of antler down there or something.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got over here. Oh, more. These baskets are huge.
They're bee scaps.
Bee scaps?
Bee scaps.
Wow. More lighting everywhere. She's got these hornet nests too. There are some massive ones. There's one over here. This one's really big. She loves old hornet. They give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit, but I'm trusting that she said that there's nothing alive in there.
A shank.
All right, you hear Doug. He's got what he thinks could be a dandy button
Yes.
with a big old shank.
Well, without the shank.
Oh, without the
Just
shank.
Where the shank probably was.
Shankless cut.
A shankless.
It's definitely a big dandy button.
Do you see the letters GW on there?
Well,
anywhere?
I don't, but it's got a thick layer of gunk on it. So, and look, as I rub it, if you look real close, you can see that it's sheared off. You know, that's middle circle. Something was sheared off.
So the shank.
So yeah, it would have been the shank for.
Oh wait.
And there could be something in the middle. I don't know if that's just the edge of the verdigris or if there was a pattern.
Right
So
there, though.
yeah, I'm gonna give this a little cleanup real quick and see. Always hoping for GWs, but Doug would settle for a Ronald Reagan. So let's see what we get on this sucker.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
All right, we're cleaning up Doug's dandy button. If you look around the rim, these little lines around the rim, I think they'd be going in under the just layer of crud. There could be something underneath of there. Maybe not GW, but this might be the most impressive thing we found to Lynn's eyes. And you can definitely see where the shank was and snapped off there. That's a great find, Doug. $half size.
Good job.
Yeah, well done.
Yep.
Was that a screamer or was it masked
yeah.
with
Well,
iron?
The way it was situated and with all the iron around it, I had to really slow down.
Yeah.
But once I got on top of it, it did scream.
Doug's going to need a sniper coil for spots that's heavily ironed like that.
Sure.
Maybe we'll reach out to a few vendors, and if they send us one, they get a Dog Tag Doug sticker.
Oh, no question.
All right, Dog Tag Doug having an incredible late part of the day here. He just came across what could be a spill, and he has at least one old Chinese coin. You can see the symbols. I don't speak. Do you speak Chinese?
Ni hao.
I only know General Chow's chicken. No, there you go. There it is. That's the good side. This is probably 1700s. I don't know the dynasty,
Chang Dynasty.
but Doug's making stuff up.
No, I'm not. I found them over at Jack and Elsie's.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you found them at Mr. Chang's house. But they came back in fashion in the 20s, and people were importing them to use for wind chimes and decorating baskets and stuff like that. So even though the coin's colonial, they rebought them and brought them over here. Interestingly enough, Lynn, you said that the house was decorated Asian theme at one time?
In the 60s. It was on a house tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes we'll find these in a spill, and Doug's got another signal over here, but that's a really interesting one. Here, you can take a look at that.
Separate from that.
And this was your son's, this was Rich, this was your sandbox when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Do you remember playing with 1700s Chinese coins?
No.
All right, so, and then back over here of this great room, I don't even know what I'm looking at. They're not Lincoln logs, are they?
They're early 1900s. They were souvenir cabins that were made down south for the tourists. They're all handmade. And they're like from 1900. This is the lantern that has the date punched in it. I don't know whether you can
Oh,
get it.
let me see.
It says freedom on the top.
Oh, I do see it, yep.
And then down here it says 1783 and then AH inside. So this was from the year that we really got our independence, 1783. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Let's see what else we got over here. Oh, those are nice too. Look how like crooked they are. These glass.
Oh yeah, they're the early bottles, the early blown spirit bottles.
Oh, look, can I see the bottom again? Look at that. Those are got to be 1700s.
They are 1730.
Oh wow, that's really old. Oh, look, there's more punch tin, but those are like are those like a flour shaker?
No, but those are called curfews, and I love these because they're pretty rare. You don't find them. At night when you were going to go to bed and you had your fireplace going and you wanted to bank some coals at the back of the fireplace so you could start the fire easily the next day, you'd push some coals to the back in this, and they'd be in there and they would stay hot all night, and air could get to it, from the holes, and then the next day they were still hot.
And what do you call it?
Curfew.
A curfew.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not common.
Yeah, they must not be. I've never seen one, or at least never knew I saw one.
Rich is in between these two trees, got himself a scratchy signal, and he thinks he has a shield nickel. We're going to take a closer look. I got it upside down, but there it is. The shield is big as life. The date on the shield nickels, and I think they were like mid 1860s to late 1880s, but the date is below the shield, and that's a little bit crusty.
My first shield nickel.
And that's, Rich said, his first shield nickel. Great find. And they're not easy to find. Good job, man.
I heard Doug yelling, and I don't know what he found yet, but he was screaming.
Ring.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it looks sterling.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Looks like one of those ones that usually has initials across the,
It
the
does.
flat front.
It actually
A
does.
signet ring?
Signet, yeah.
A sterling signet ring. Well, you're right. There's initials on it. Oh, man. It looks
It came
like
out
it says,
shiny. It doesn't look like it.
It looks like it says J-O or J-U. Looks like J-U. All right, let's give this a cleanup, Doug, and look for a marking. I think you might be pleasantly surprised by this one. That's a good find.
I'd be very disappointed if it wasn't.
You gave the cap gun an 8. You'd be disappointed if that wasn't sterling.
It's gotta be.
All right, we cleaned it up. Look at that, and Doug just got it. Now, it's got initials carved in it. Can you see it? It looks like J-O right there in box script. J period O period. And I looked, we tried to spray it. I don't see any hallmark inside, but I don't see any plating on there. So I think it's some sort of a precious metal. I'm going to guess that it's silver. Doug said maybe platinum.
I was going to say it has a funny color.
But J-O, you don't happen to know the lineage of the house, do you, as far as any owners or anything?
No, I know there was, in the 50s, Davis was here.
See if that fits your finger.
It looks like a men's ring, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Because it
It's not
looks
going to
like
fit
a-
on my
a
finger. I mean,
woman's size.
as far as I can get it on my...
Oh, yeah, it's not that.
Oh, it does fit. It's definitely.
It's
What size
big.
ring are you?
Anymore, I don't know.
Who does know?
I think I was a 5. I think they're bigger now.
It does have kind of an iridescent look.
Yeah,
to it.
it's very
it's an
sheeny.
odd.
And it's not plated, so it's. I think it's
We're,
definitely some sort of precious metal. We'll have to test it and
Yeah.
see. All right, we're gonna keep going. I did see this massive skeleton kit, only because I find these things, so I'm a little familiar with it. And that looks like it's hand forged.
It is.
And what did that open? Do you have any idea? I guess could be
Something
anything.
big.
Yeah, something big. I'll go with that.
These are interesting. These are called concealment shoes. These are from the early 1800s, and these were found in the walls of a house. And again, it's a spirit kind of thing. They would put these in the walls of a house that they were building. It would be an old shoe. They'd never use a good shoe. They'd use a worn out shoe. So they didn't waste it. It would go in the wall, and they would put it usually near a chimney or a door where there was access to the outside. And again, they believed that the spirit would somehow go into the shoe rather than the
spirit would go into the shoe.
than the person in the house, the evil spirit.
Hey, I bury a banana everywhere I go. We all have our superstitions. You know what I mean?
Wherever they got that.
Yeah, whatever helps you sleep
I
at
don't
night.
know.
I'm not going to judge.
Nope.
I'm not going to judge. Let me come. There's another massive fireplace over here.
That's not an old one, but the others are.
Yeah, you said there's 4 in the house?
There's 4 old ones, and then one upstairs covered up that we've never seen, which I'd love to.
There's another horn. I saw somewhere. Here it is.
Yeah.
This horn, look at it. It starts up at the ceiling, goes all the way. What's that, 8 feet tall?
It's 8 feet.
An 8-foot tall horn. How would you even carry that around?
No.
I mean,
I remember the day I bought it at the antique show and had to carry it to the car.
yeah, how'd you get it home? How'd you get it home? I wonder if it was like a, you know, like when you're going to go hunt the foxes and they would do like a whole thing. And
That's what, like the one behind it more or less is.
And that's only like a 5-footer, and it's dwarfed by that big one.
It had to be a canal boat horn or something. I mean,
That's incredible. I've never seen one anywhere near that size before. And that's all tin?
yeah, I've never seen another one, I have to say.
I wonder what a tin instrument would sound like, too, because wouldn't it make like a rattly noise?
Some of them still work.
I wonder if do you need any even practice to play it, or if you just blow in it, if sound would come out.
I think it's like playing a trumpet, which I don't
Oh,
do.
you put your lips together and
I think so,
kind of make
yeah.
that kind of sound? I got you. More baskets up
More
here.
B-scaps.
B-scaps. I'm going to back up without crashing into anything.
Yeah, they're the B-scaps.
Because up at the top, she's got another hornet's nest. And that thing is like the size of that big glass bowl I showed at the front. I don't even know how big that is. A massive pumpkin. I wouldn't even know. More old bottles.
It's a little tavern.
Oh, I'm going to try to see if I can light this up for a little bit.
The bottles and...
Look at that. More. The bottles are amazing. I just don't find a lot of, but I don't look for bottles. I know a lot of people that hunt for these old bottles. Well, is that Colonial right there? No. Yeah, these are more of, I called them blob tops. I don't know if that's the official
Well,
name.
the top is applied. And the little bottle, remember I told you that they're all they're all made in, like, there's Dutch, and these are made usually in Holland, and they're imported to the colonies. The little blown bottle in the middle is a chestnut, and that's the only American early blown.
Oh, this one right here.
That little one,
Yeah, I can see. That's very unique. It looks so thin. And look how like kind of wonky the top is.
Right. The wonkier the better.
Yeah, no, I would imagine so. It gives it that personality and some character.
All right, Rich is in the front part of the house, and he just found a neat relic. I'm going to see if I can get a close-up of it here. There it is. It is a heart-shaped pendant of some sort. Maybe it's the kind that opens with a picture meant to be placed inside, but you want to give it a little bit of rub there, Rich, and we'll see if we can see any more detail on it. Do you see if there was a pin maybe that went through it, or...
You know something? This is either lead or pewter,
Really?
making it older than I thought.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, look
pretty
at that-
heavy.
look at that back.
Let me see how... Oh, I like that. And I don't know if it was intended to have a back or not, but I don't think it's lead. I think it is pewter. That's pretty cool. I like that. Good job. We're going to be wrapping it up soon. We're coming back tomorrow and doing the house across the street as well. But I'm over here. I got a banging signal. And look what I pulled out. Look at that honking crotal bell. Now it looks like just a piece on the bottom is broken, but for the most part it's intact, and it is huge. It's probably baseball size, in really good shape considering its size. So I'm gonna try and clean it up. If I can't do it now, I'll show it tomorrow when we're all together again across the street. But oh, that is awesome. My largest ever crotal bell, pretty much intact.
All right, and then outside of the bar, more fancy. That is cool. Is this metal?
That is tin. That's another whole
Wow.
story.
It's a tin cowboy hat?
It's a tin, I call it a workman's hat. You know how for wedding anniversary you give a gift of, for like 25-year anniversary, you give a gift of silver or whatever. Well, there's a traditional list of gifts and there's a modern list. And in the 1800s, the traditional gifts for the 10th anniversary were tin. So they would have entire parties. All the gifts would be tin. The table would be set up with all tin, tin flower arrangements. Everything is tin. And that is a hat from the...
Because imagine like rain hitting that, like as you're trying to walk, like it would be a racket. You'd want to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Well, there's more and more and more, but Rich just came in and said something was found outside. So we're going to kind of pause this and go back out and see what new treasures just came right out of the ground. But amazing stuff, every room. I just can't see enough of it. What an incredible house. All right, we're wrapping up. Lynn just gave me the second tour of her whole house, Doug. And Doug, being the opportunistic guy he is, was detecting the whole time.
Yeah, while you're in playing...
But Doug found two things.
Two things.
One, he came in with the cap gun, and the cap gun is cool, maybe from the 70s or so.
Yeah.
But the most intriguing part, Lynn, Doug has another find while we were inside, and he's claiming it's a perfect 10. So I can't...
What was her name?
Do you agree?
Bo Derek.
Bo Derek.
Yeah, it's
Bo
10.
Derek would wrap her arms around.
All right,
me.
I'm ready. I can't take the anticipation anymore. What is the Doug perfect 10?
You got to get closer.
Oh, you're not going to kiss me, are you?
No.
All right.
All right.
Can you hold that gun?
All right.
Oh, it's in your hand.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to close my eyes, Doug, and try to feel what it might be. Is it a frog? Okay. It's a big coin. It's a large cent?
And in very good shape.
I have to wrap my arms around it.
Here we go. Here we go. Doug's perfect 10. All right. I see one set. Where did you get this, Doug?
Right out front.
Out front where? Like...
I'll show you when we're done.
All right. I'm going to try to move this into the light.
Okay,
I'm sure,
I'll hold the lights.
Lynn, if you look in my camera,
You can see the 1 cent.
you see 1 cent right in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it close enough. Right there.
Yeah, that's
Now it's going to,
wreath.
and the wreath. I'm going to flip it this way. We're going to see what it is. Oh, it's a classic head, large cent.
1808.
1808.
Look at the condition.
Yeah,
of
that is a really nice condition one, Doug.
beautiful condition.
Can you see all the stars, Lynn? I can even see she's wearing a headband that would say Liberty. I can even read the Liberty.
That is the nicest condition coin, copper coin I ever dug.
All right, I'm going to hug him.
Go ahead. Lynn's going to hug him because we were hoping to find something old. We had a couple of mishaps, but this is the first really good thing of the day.
Oh.
I hate to say it, but your mom is very huggable.
Doug's giving it to Lynn. In fact, I think Lynn's got almost all the stuff I found today. Not that I found a whole lot.
I want that box of crotal bells.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you for being such a gracious host and Rich, a hoster.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
And Doug,
Hostess.
Doug likes to eat hostess. So
Yeah, Twinkies are my favorite.
Doug kicked some butt with that cool ring we have to figure out later. He got the silver half, and then he gets the large cent. I had an amazing time touring the house. It was an incredible day all around. Thank you guys very much for having us.
Oh, and I got that little gun too.
And he got the little gun, the
It was
perfect
an
8.
The
Perfect
8.
8. But it's getting dark. We're going to get out of here.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
watching. Thank you for having us, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.
Later.